Hi, welcome to BarhamTalks, everyone. I am Theos Barham, and as we officially step into 2026, I want to kick off this year with a conversation that feels a little more real. Yeah, 2025 might have been a tough year for you or for me or for anyone else that is listening to this episode of BarhamTalks, but let's be real. Let's be real on this episode. You can find the BarhamTalks on all podcast listening platforms. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many others. It is just a simple Google search, and if this is your first time to tune in, you can go and check it out and check for more episodes on BarhamTalks. At BarhamTalks, we believe that a problem shared is half solved, and we believe that every new day comes with an opportunity for us to live more, to enjoy life more, because our mental health is one of the most important things that we have to protect in order to be, productive in life. Let's get into this. We are bombarded with messages this time of the year. It is at the time of this podcast of recording this episode is 1st January 2026, and in this time of the year, we always bombarded with a lot of messages about fresh starts, new beginnings, and the ever-present pressure of resolutions. But let's be honest, life rarely follows our meticulously crafted plans. So instead of another sermon of setting ambitious goals, New Year's resolutions, I want to talk about something far more crucial, and that is protecting your peace, protecting your mental state during the wait. Because let's face it, a significant portion of our lives is spent in the waiting room, waiting for opportunities, for outcomes, for things to align. And in that space, it's incredibly easy to become overwhelmed, to become anxious, or even discouraged when our best laid plans don't immediately materialize. The concept that nothing works just because we planned is a tough pill to swallow, especially for those of us who are driven and are goal-oriented. We are told to strategize, to visualize success, to manifest things, to work hard. But all variable principles that we are taught undoubtedly don't mean that when we practice them thoroughly and well, they're gonna work out. The missing piece often discussed is the grace we extend ourselves when the universe decides to throw a curveball, or when the timeline we envision stretches out indefinitely. This isn't about giving up on planning. It's about building resilience and a robust internal framework that can withstand the inevitable and predictability of life. Let's shun the New Year's resolutions for a moment, shall we? Not because they are inherently bad, but because they often come loaded with unrealistic expectation of immediate transformation. This thinking of new year, new me, like as if you're moving through a time portal, like you're moving from a bad life into an amazing life when it is 31st and now you're entering 1st January of the new year. Most often, and most of the people, we always think that maybe we are walking through a portal, but the truth is it is not always like that. We declare grand intentions on January 1st, and by February we haven't even lost 5 kgs or launched a new business. And at that moment, we are already feeling like we are failures. And this cycle is detrimental to our mental well-being. What if instead we focused on sustainable habits, small incremental improvements, and most importantly, radical self-compassion? What if our resolution was simply to be kinder to ourselves through the process? Because let's be honest, the real world works on its own terms. It doesn't work on our terms. It doesn't work on our plans. It doesn't work on what we want, because in life we don't always even get what we want. And this brings us to the real world. The real world is messy. It's challenging. It's beautiful, yes, but it doesn't operate on our personal calendars or follow our perfect scripts. Economic shifts, global events, personal struggles, these are all part of the fabric of our existence, and they profoundly impact our journey in this life. To ignore them or to pretend they don't affect our individual progress is not only naive but also disempowering. So how do we protect our mental state when facing this unscripted reality? Firstly, it is by acknowledging it, by accepting that uncertainty is a constant, not an exception. Secondly, by cultivating a strong inner game. This means practicing mindfulness, setting clear boundaries, especially with digital consumption, and fostering genuine connections with people who uplift us all the time. It means understanding that our worth isn't tied to external achievements or the speed at which we hit our goals. It's about finding joy in the present moment, even amidst the waiting. Oftentimes we live in the past, oftentimes we live in the future. But the reality is, what happened yesterday, there is nothing that you can do to go back and change it. And what is going to happen tomorrow, there is nothing that you're going to do to go into tomorrow and change anything about it. And we often focus on the two, and we forget on what we actually have. We forget the present. We forget to live in the present. You live so much in your past and in your future, and you forget that you have the now that you have to live. And that is, when we fail to acknowledge the good things that are in our lives at the present moment, and we are focusing on the mistakes that we've made in the past, and then we focused on the mistakes, or maybe on the things that we want to happen to us in the future, and then we fail to live in the small, visible, tangible moments that we have. And you find that you've lived the rest of your life worrying about tomorrow, worrying about yesterday, and you even failed to live in the present. I don't believe in the concept of the future or the past, but they are there. I mean, it's all an illusion. But we have the ever-present. Like, we always have, I mean, we're always living in the present. And if you master the art of living in the present and being grateful of the things that you have in the present, life becomes more easier. Yes, it is very hard not to worry about the things that the things that you did in the past, because the past really shapes the future. It is so hard not to worry about the things that are going to happen tomorrow. But it is a mindset. It is a lifestyle that you practice. And once you've mastered that, your life is going to be easy. Your life is going to be more sweet. Your life is going to be more free. That is why I don't believe in the concept of making New Year's resolutions. Because you make the New Year's resolutions and you don't know what the future holds for you. And then when things do not turn out to have happened the way you've planned them, then your mental health is at stake. You lose yourself in the process, because the things that you expected that you're gonna get, you do not get to see them. Therefore, life is all about celebrating the small victories. It's about learning from setbacks without dwelling in self-blame, and nurturing a sense of gratitude for what we have done, rather than fixating on what's still out of reach. 2026 will bring its own unique set of challenges and triumphs. But my hope for you, for all of you that are actually listening to this episode, and for me, and for myself, is that we navigate it with the resilience, with grace, and unwavering commitment to our inner peace. Thank you for tuning in to BarhamTalks. This brings us to the end of this episode, and I believe that we're going to ride together this year of 2026. And if this episode has really blessed you, you can share it with your friends, with your loved ones, with your exes, and everyone that you really care about. Until next time, stay real, stay kind to yourselves, and keep navigating your unscripted journey with courage. Ciao.